Hey there, folks, and welcome back to another episode of our venture in the visual novel, If My Ardent Wings Flight Diary. We are covering the chapters of Hotaru Himegi and her interactions with Aoi in this kind of a fan perceptive shipping novel, I guess. I don't know. But ultimately, last episode, the confessions happened. And then a little bit of passionate interaction, if you will. And for those who are still for the protection of Hotaru's innocence, by all means, go ahead and send in the comments, #ProtectHotaru. But with that, let's see how their interactions continue in this episode. Let us begin. Did he really mean what he said? Let's find out. Yeah, I want to be with you forever.
そっちじゃなくて、綺麗になったって。
Oh, so she is very self-conscious about her appearance. Of course. You're a lot more grown up now. And I know that better than ever, especially now that we're up close and personal like this. We pressed in for another kiss. I felt something wet and warm inside my mouth. I would supposedly suspect that's her tongue, but it's like, come on, folks, let's move along. Come on, let's move along. It was like an explosion in my mind. I'd experienced my first kiss only moments ago. It was like an explosion in my mind. I'd experienced my first kiss only moments ago, but this already topped it. That was Hotaru's tongue. So what, they're Frenching this up now? I guess that's what they're doing. Who knew a tongue could be so sweet, that it could feel so good? I'm trying to imagine that, and I can't process the appeal. Geez, they really are Frenching this up, aren't they? We sank back into a new kissing rhythm. Our bodies were trembling. It felt great. Hotaru felt so light, smelled so fragrant, but was so warm. It was like all of her emotions were being translated into heat. Must be all the calories that you're burning. She clung onto me tight. I squeezed her back and ruffled her hair. And I gave her one last kiss before I had to catch my breath.
今までよりもっと何百倍も好きになっちゃった。
It's over 9,000! As soon as the words were out of her mouth, Hotaru blushed deeply and tried to dive under the covers to hide. I cut her off and turned her head my way. Mwah! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Unstoppable stealth kiss. As time went on, Hotaru seemed to get even warmer, the power draining out of her as she gave herself up in the moment. One last kiss, and I pulled away. Hotaru, will you be my girlfriend? Kinda late for that. It seemed like a redundant question at this point. Hotaru had already taken the lead, but I still felt like I needed to ask. It was just the reply I'd been expecting. We embraced once more, sealing the deal with a deep kiss. I wish we could have stayed like this forever. It was already dawn by the time we finally fell asleep, wrapped in that soothing peace that came from being near one another. Okay. And so, Hotaru and I were now officially an item.
青に足どう？
Oh, it's a lot better now. It was true. A little of that dull pain still remained, but since last night, it was a lot less serious. Must be all that kiss therapy. Does wonders for your health. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I'd say it's probably just the dopamine. Sleeping in the same bed really helped soothe my body and mind, too. Wow, she was beet red now. Sorry, did I go too far? I was going to have to start being more aware of what I was saying in public.
青に
What's up?
嫌じゃないんだけど、あんまりすごいことは外じゃ。
You're doing good, Hotaru. Make sure moderation, that's good. You know moderation, that's good. Hold back with what?
肩抱いたりとか。
Yeah, from what I've heard in that particular culture, that showing affections outdoors in the open apparently is frowned upon. Or that's what I've heard. I could be wrong. I'll most likely look that up. Just the shoulder? You're okay with a hand on your waist then? How about holding you close and whispering sweet nothings into your ear? Come here, mama, let me whisper in your ear. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I think we should kiss right now. Aoi, slow down. Sorry. Even I think I went too far that time. This was all going to take some getting used to. But this was Hotaru we were talking about. I wasn't expecting her to suddenly start getting all lovey-dovey in front of people. If she did, I'd be the one getting flustered. That wasn't what I wanted from Hotaru anyway. How about we get going now? I offered my hand to Hotaru. She took it. A cheery smile spread across her face. This was fine. This was all I wanted. If I could protect that lovely smile, that was good enough for me. I gave her hand a squeeze as if I could solidify that feeling in place. Breakfast, gotta make some breakfast. Even after the deluge of dinner guests last night, I couldn't afford to rest now. These chores went toward my salary after all. Unfortunately, we'd already cleaned everything up yesterday, so today it was just business as usual. I let out a yawn. Hotaru fought to keep down one of her own. We didn't get a lot of sleep in the end, Hotaru blushed and looked at the floor. While we were getting things ready, the other dorm residents all got up and filed in. This was gonna be fine, right? No one knew what had happened last night, right? We were super quiet. There's no way they'd have heard, even if they were awake at the time. Hotaru must have been thinking the same thing. She looked at me questioningly, as if she were fighting back tears. Just act natural. This is nothing to be ashamed of. Don't forget, you're my girlfriend now, and I'm proud. How about a response? Get wrecked. Oh, morning, Hat. If Hat was here, that meant...
Ohayo!
Morning.
Ohayou gozaimasu!
She knows. Kotori cast a suspicious gaze at Hotaru. Hotaru moved to try to hide behind me, then she stopped and stood firm.
パンに何かつけますか？
Good job, Hotaru. That must have taken a lot of courage. She was still grasping my sleeve for comfort, though.
おはようございます。おはようございます。
Yoru's eyes rested on where Hotaru's hand was. She didn't say anything, though, just sat down at her regular seat.
おはよう。
Kaneko looked back and forth between me and Hotaru. She definitely knows. Something wrong? This time Hotaru really did retreat behind me. Well, when facing down Kaneko, that was probably the best choice.
いや
You got something to say?
言うことあるんじゃないの？
Well, it's not like we're trying to hide it. I pulled Hotaru out and positioned her beside me.
青に
Attention, everyone. Hotaru and I are now going out. There, I came right out and said it. What else could I do? If we'd taken too long about going public with our relationship, people might have got the wrong idea. Hotaru was my first ever girlfriend. I couldn't deny that it was Hotaru was my first ever girlfriend. I couldn't deny that I was excited to tell people about her. I'd planned all this out in my head beforehand. So anyway, yeah, that's that. Once the words were out, I wasn't quite sure what to say next. My cheeks burned red and I started sweating. Had this been a mistake? Unable to look anyone in the eye, I faced the floor and tried to get my breathing under control. Apparently nobody cares.
ふーん。う
Huh?
わー、お付き合いすることになったんですか？
Well, except Asa. All right, this was not what I was expecting. Did you hear? We're going out now and...
それで？
Well, I just wanted to let you all know.
あのね、葵くん。本音言わせてもらっていいかな？
Everybody heard them. Yeah? What was going on here?
今さ
Apparently he does. Huh?
ら？あのね、ホタルちゃんって葵くんがいる時しか来ないでしょ？来た時いつもアゲハか。そうじゃなきゃ葵くんしか見てないし。先輩のこと好き好きってオーラ全開ですよね。そもそも怪我してすぐ看病しに乗り込んでくる人が相手のこと好きじゃなかったらそっちの方が怖いわよ。
Oh. Right.
みんなの興味はどうなるかじゃなくってね、何日目で葵くんが落ちるかってことだったのよ。
Jeez, you guys.
昨日の夜あたり怪しいなーって思ってたんだけど。で、告白はどっちから？
Well, hey, that's kind of personal. I hadn't been prepared for this.
おめでとう。そうね。おめでとうございます。おめでとうございます。鈍感すぎるのも罪よ。早く気づいてあげなさい。
Right. Hotaru put her arm in mine and closed the distance between us just a little. Well, at least that was out in the open now. The only one left to tell was...
おーす。
Speak of the devil.
お、なにこの空気。
I guess you could say that in a way, and then another was reborn. Hotaru looked away, blushing and clutching my sleeve harder than ever.
Huh?
She knows. She's probably the one who knew it from the very start. Ageha and Hotaru worked that strange sisterly telepathy again. Her gaze roamed all around the two of us.
そっか、頑張ったね、ホタル。
She probably egged her on. I bet you that's what happened. Ageha placed a comforting hand on her sister's trembling head and tousled her hair.
あんた昔から葵のこと好きだったもんね。おめでとう。ありがとう。
She probably did a whole bunch of roleplay practice with her.
葵。
Yeah?
うちの妹はお前なんかにはやらん。
Then why did you encourage her if you think he's not worthy? Yeah, true. What are you, her dad?
なんちゃって。
Moving on.
でも泣かせたら承知しないのは本当だよ。
Of course I do.
ホタルのことよろしく。
Sure. I casually put an arm around Hotaru's shoulder.
いや、ダメだよ。チューなんかしたらさすがに母ちゃん直伝のあれ食らわすからね。
What? Don't you trust me?
で、足はどうなの？
Much better, thanks to Hotaru here.
ほう。
What now?
ふーん。
What? You're giving me the creeps.
良くなったなら方法については聞かないでおきますか。
Ugh, that smug look on her face. It's not completely healed yet, so I want to avoid putting stress on it. I should probably stick to walking and some light stretching.
そうだね。ホタル、しっかり見てなさいよ。葵が無茶しないように、葵に無茶させないように。頑張る。その息その息。
Shortly after that, we made our way to school. As usual, we were all in a big group. There weren't any outward signs that I was Hotaru's boyfriend now. Or maybe there were.
みんないない。
Maybe they walked ahead of us or purposely hung back. I looked around for Ageha, Kotori, and the Kazuto sisters at every corner we turned, but they were nowhere to be seen. It was just me and Hotaru. There's no way this is an accident, right?
気を利かせてくれたの？
Well, let's find out why they possibly did this on the next episode. The cliffhangers. I know that's what you're all thinking. But with that, we're going to put the wraps on this particular episode. We'll come back next time to find out what is going to happen next. So in that time, I'd say thank you so much for watching this episode. Hope you liked it. If you did, maybe leave a like and also leave in the comments, #ProtectOtaru. I guess that's become a trend. I don't know why that is, but hey, why not? She's absolutely adorable. What can you say? Head pats, Hotaru, head pats. Anyways, thank you again. And until next time, to which I also encourage you, if you haven't already, to consider subscribing if you'd like to see more. Until then, happy mixing, everyone.